Quay, hello. Welcome to the Indigenous-led audio description panel. I am Mari Brakape. I'm Algonquin from Gitagan Zibi, and I work here at the National Arts Center, which is located on the unceded Algonquin territory. And it's great to have everybody here. We have a great set of panelists and hopefully a great audience with us. And firstly, I'll just have our panelists introduce themselves. So we're going to start with Janice.
Sanzi Bazo, hello. My name is Janice Mayers. I'm an audio describer. And my background, my mother is Afro-Indigenous, Ojibwe, and her father's from Barbados. And my father is Mi'kmaq and French Canadian. They're from Nova Scotia. And yeah, I'm born in Toronto, raised in Toronto, and overall happy to be here. Thank you.
And we'll go over to Rebecca.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rebecca Singh. I'm an audio describer, and I run a company called Superior Description Services here in Toronto, Treaty 13, Takaranto. I have about 15 years of experience doing audio description, and I come from a background of being a performer and a singer and a storyteller. And I've worked on many types of theater shows and live performances, as well as recorded performances, facilitating audio description and voicing audio description and writing it as well. And I started a Indigenous audio describer training program a few years ago, and very happy to say that that's been a big success, and happy to be here with everybody today.
Thank you. And we'll go over to Victoria.
Hello, everyone. I'm Victoria Delarond, and I grew up in northern Saskatchewan from Cree descent, and I now live in Ottawa, the capital of Canada. And by profession, I am a lawyer, and as such, I did 25 years or so in policy development in various sectors. Some of it had touched on the arts as well. And I began to lose my sight when I was a teenager. It's a hereditary condition. And I am so thrilled about the miracle of technology that has opened so many possibilities for me, possibilities that weren't available to my father, for example, in that generation. So I'm really happy to be here and look forward to hearing what everybody has to say, and also to sharing some of my thoughts and experience.
Thank you. And we'll go over to Yolanda.
Ani everyone, Yolanda Nindishnikas, Gijiba Manga Nindigo, Makwa Migi Zinindodan, Fort William First Nation and Donjaba Dagarando Ninda. Hi, my name is Yolanda Fennell. My spirit name is Circling Wolf. I'm Bear Clan on my great-grandfather's side and Eagle Clan on my great-grandmother's side. I'm originally from Fort William First Nation near Thunder Bay, Ontario. I'm Anishinaabe, Ojibwe, and South Asian, some Euro settler mix in there. I am a two-spirit, queer, disabled artist. I am performer, writer, director, producer. I kind of wear a lot of hats. But I really, I've been really trying to focus on working towards disability justice and integration in theater practices. And I think, Indigenous methodologies go hand in hand with that. So, I've been trying to integrate it into my plays, and I'm really excited to speak with everyone today. Miigwech.
Thank you. And we'll go over back to Alana for introductions.
Apologies, I just had some few technical difficulties, but I just wanted to start with a formal introduction into Reo Māori, if that's all right. So let's get started. Ko wai tēnei, ko hikirangi te maunga, ko taumārere ki hokianga te awa, ko ngā toki mata whaurua te waka, ko matawaia te marae, ko Ngāti Hine te hapu, ko ngā puhi, ngā tūhoi, Ngāti Kahungunu, ngā iwi, ko Alana J. Harris tōku ingoa. And it's my joy and privilege to be a part of this panel and discussion for me this morning here from Aotearoa, New Zealand. and I am part of Audio Described Aotearoa, and I'm relatively new to the family, so I'll do my best to share what my experience is. But yeah, I am 33 years old. I am married to my husband, Jesse Harris, of 11 years. We have 3 beautiful children, 1 on the way, and I've just really been enjoying audio description and learning and soaking in from my great mentors, Nicola Owen. So I have great people who are leading the way here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. So just grateful to be here, and thank you very much for the invite.
Oh, thank you. And to start us off, I'm going to make sure everybody's on the sort of has the same understanding. We'll just start off with what is audio description and how is it used in theater? And I'll go to Rebecca for that.
Sure. Thanks so much, Mari. And I just wanted to say, because I didn't fully describe myself. So I just wanted to say, in terms of my background, I'm mixed with Black. My mom is German. That was my first language. My biological father is Nigerian, Igbo. And I have a stepfather who's Sikh. And I grew up in the prairies and in the Rocky Mountain area in Edmonton. And I'm so happy to be here. I think this is a very natural place to start with what is audio description. Audio description, first of all, I'll say that in Canada specifically, we use 2 words. We use described video for things that are recorded media, and also audio description. But in the United States and in many other English-speaking places, it's just called audio description. So it's also including what we know in Canada as described video. And essentially, what it is it is a description of the visuals in a work. So it can be anything from describing action that's happening on screen, if it is a film or television. In the theater, it's done live. So there's somebody called an audio describer who is often sitting behind the audience, or even sometimes way up high above the audience, who can see what's happening on stage live, and who's describing into a microphone what the physical actions are that are happening on stage. And there are audience members who receive a little listening piece, a little device to listen in. And they hear just that audio describer's descriptions while they are experiencing the show, and they can hear everything else in real time because they're actually in the space. With film and television, it's often something you can switch off and on, just like captions. And then audio description is also used. It's used in many settings. It really was created by the blind and partially sighted community in order to appreciate, and it's invented by the blind and partially sighted community in order to appreciate arts and culture. And in gallery settings, for example, it can be something like an audio track that you can listen to that might describe in a couple of minutes artwork or a sculpture or something like that you're seeing. And that is something in those cases that you can do in your own time, as opposed to necessarily being on a live tour, something like that. So that is audio description. Here in Canada, it is relatively it is gaining popularity. It's not as pervasive, but it's something that is, with the advent of new technologies and new ways to deliver it is becoming more and more available to folks. And it's really sort of changing the way that culture is being able to be received by members of the community who are blind or partially sighted, but also folks who can get other benefits from audio description. And so there's folks who are in other communities, autistic folks, people anywhere on the spectrum who also appreciate audio description, or people who aren't able to sit forward and look at something directly in front of them. Perhaps they have to lean backwards in a chair. there's folks like that who appreciate it, as well as it's even gained popularity with truck drivers who like to listen to their favorite shows as they drive, as they work. So it's become more and more, it's finding more and more uses and more fans and users. In the theater, really specifically, because obviously this is being put on by the National Arts Center and there are theaters there. It is very much something that would give you a brief overview of the set, the costumes, and the props before the show. So this would be in like the 10 minutes before the show actually begins. So there's a lot of information imparted there. So the audio describer prepares a script to tell you about those elements of the set design, as well as the performers who are in the show. And then during the show itself, you would hear the audio describer in between the dialogue. So you're not hearing somebody give you information that's disconnected from the scene. You would hear them talk about physical actions and sometimes even things like lighting. Like, let's say some daylight spills across the stage, that kind of nuance is also described, as long as there is time to describe it. That's pretty much an audio description in a nutshell.
Thank you. Now we're going to show a clip of My Sister's Rage by Yolanda Bonnell, which was audio described by Janice. So we'll show that clip and we'll follow up on it.
Tash turns and walks away right. Val chases them.
Ooh, I love dancing, boy. Well, don't you? Get a little jiggly. Wiggle a little something. Huh? You want my advice? You all need to dance more. Shake it up a little more. That helps with the blues sometimes. Gotta release all that built up gunk in our bodies, yeah? Yeah? You know what else helps with the blues? Got another one you want to hear?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So this guy goes up to this girl in a bar and he says, hey, you're pretty hot. Can I buy you a drink? And the girl goes, oh, I'm sorry. Alcohol is bad for my legs. And the guy goes, well, why? Do they swell or something? And she goes, oh, no, they spread. Bunch of dirty birdies, yours. Oh, ever sick.
Transition to the yard.
Hey, you girls!
Wanda approaches Lainey and Steffi.
Did I ever tell you the one about the Indian who stole my bike? Was it one of yous?
So that was a clip from My Sister's Rage. For Yolanda, can you share your experience of having your work audio described?
Absolutely. Yeah. First, I chose the worst, like I chose the wrong clip for that, for this example. We had some conversations with Janice and there was a lot of back and forth with the team. It was such an important aspect of the work. Like we really wanted to reach as many people as possible with this play. And so it came in like different formats. Like we had a digital version, and this was the digital version. And part of that was having options. And one of the options was to have it with audio description. The other aspect was we worked with an accessibility consultant. And one of the things he was talking about was how the character of Wanda is because she's the only one who like speaks directly to the witnesses, the audience members, that there's it's almost as if she sets up like emotional cues, and she sort of also takes you through where you're at in the scene. She'll acknowledge people who are entering the scene. So there are also other ways of getting clues within the text itself that makes it accessible for blind or low vision folks who are trying to experience the work. But it's such an important aspect for me. And getting to hear, like, watching the whole audio described version is really beautiful. Janice worked really hard on it, and hearing like the descriptions come in and out were quite natural. Like, and I think that there's something to be said about how I think it actually often adds to the work, and I think that was one of the most beautiful things about this aspect.
And I guess also, I mean, you've answered it a little bit, but as a playwright, what is your involvement in the audio description process? Like, how do you work with the folks like the audio describer or consultants during that work?
A lot of it is open discussion. I'm not really too precious about my work. And so I try to stay open to what the consultants and the describers are looking for. So I feel like it was a lot of ease in terms of like, okay, so if you're looking at a scene, it's taking the suggestion of what they want. So for accessibility reasons, it's like maybe we don't surprise the audience here, or, you know, for audio description, it's like, okay, so how much do we want to describe and how much do we want the like characters to give the hints as to what they're doing, and when is it too much, right? And I really left that up to the experts in a lot of ways, just because it's not something I do myself, right? So like I do. Often I'll do integration into the script, like audio integration. And so this was an opportunity, I think, for us to bring on people that know better than I do. Like this isn't my specialty. So I want to work with the people in the room whose specialty it is. So really it's taking a lot of their suggestions and compromising on things. Like I think as a playwright, as a writer, I really try not to be precious about it, because there are more important things than aesthetics. There are more important things than what something looks like, you know? So like, I think it was really important for me to take their advice.
And Janice, as an audio describer and as someone who audio described this work, how do you work with the playwright and other members of the creative team to create the audio description?
Well, we usually get a lot of source material before everything starts. So in the Google Drive folder, we'll have actor, performer self-descriptions, a script, archival videos, if any, set design, drafts, and costumes as well. And usually on occasion, we would be invited to a design presentation with the entire team to get familiar with the work. As my own, the way I tend to work, I try not to get in the way of anything. And usually I find there's certain channels that I go through to get the information. But what I have found is when we're closer to, say, the midway, almost to the end of rehearsals, when we're in the room for tech or whatever, playwrights like Yolanda and directors like Cole Avis are more than happy to talk about their work and share. And like even at intermission during a preview or something, we'll talk to the consultants and just jam. So it's been pretty good.
And in addition to that, what challenges do you encounter when you're incorporating culturally specific content within your audio description, and how do you overcome them with the help of all those other people or help of a playwright?
Mm-hmm. Well, we The biggest hurdle would be a constraint of time. There's only so much you can say during the show. However, we have the wonderful intro notes set up. So anything that I don't have time to go into great detail about, I will put in the intro notes. Just for example, in My Sister's Rage, they had tobacco bundles and medicines for the grandmother. And I explained what those were, what those looked like, and how I would be referring to them during the show in the intro notes. So I'm not just saying little red bundle. I'm saying tobacco bundle, and the listener would know exactly what that is, what it means, and its function. And anything, if I'm ever not sure, just talk to a production manager, or if I'm if I know the playwright fairly well, just chat with them after the show and get what I need, or ask Rebecca.
And Ilana, as someone coming from New Zealand, what is the landscape like for audio description in New Zealand? Because we've got a little bit of a view of some things happening over here.
Yeah, so I believe audio description in New Zealand started around 2011, and audio described Aotearoa started in 2014 as a partnership between a sighted and a blind user of audio description, who are actually the founders and the CEO, which is Nicola Owen, as I mentioned in my intro, and Paul Brown. That partnership of blind and sighted people working together is at the heart of how Audio Described Aotearoa operates. And one crucial part of Audio Described Aotearoa is they have blind consultants and paid blind consultants, and they make sure that we use their feedback, and they're pretty honest, and ideas of the show, and make sure that the organizations here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, work with the blind people. So, me as a newbie to this type of work and industry, I was privileged to be a part of the new funding for Aotearoa, Described Aotearoa. They were able to get some funding after COVID, I believe, and to train more Māori and Pacific audio describers. So I'm one of those who have come through that and still learning and still training and have my training wheels. But it's very busy here in New Zealand regarding the need for audio description. So I've been able to learn and been chucked in the deep end at I believe, but it's been a great learning experience. And one of the patrons, which you get to learn and form relationships with a lot of them, they are very kind and understanding, and they just tell me, you just have to have a go. You just have to have a go at it, and you'll get better and better each time. So, there's a real working together with the patrons, which I really love here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. And I've been able to put my culture into practice. We've had a lot of Māori events. And for me, that's been, great to be able to connect our blind, low vision family here in Aotearoa to their culture. So I hope that answers the question. But it's thriving right here in New Zealand, and we're just grateful for the opportunities under Aotearoa.
Going off of that, like what kind of work are you currently doing, and for what sort of audiences? We had a conversation with Nicola actually about some of the work that you folks are doing down there, and it sounds really, really interesting, and like a really broad scope of work.
So from live written recorded descriptions of tours, events, shows, theatre, ballet, ceremonies, museums, galleries, and for many companies, they provide so many opportunities. And for me, how I got into this was my background in kapahaka, which is Māori performing arts. And through there, I was given the opportunity to audio describe for the very first time Kapahaka for New Zealand's Māori, the biggest event on the Māori calendar, which is called Te Matatini. So that's how I got into that. And through I guess, my connection to the Māori culture, it then crossed over to mainstream. So right now, my last project I finished was Matilda the musical, which I love Matilda. So that was a great opportunity. And my next current project as a audio described consultant is for Lord of the Rings. So I'm excited to be a part of that project. But yeah, it's kind of crossed over from not just Māori, what I know, my I guess my natural area to work in, but now we kind of they've given us opportunities to be a part of mainstream as well. And I think as a Māori audio describer, I think the point of difference is we bring the feedback has been we bring a lot more colour, I guess, to our descriptions. So that's the current work that I'm a part of right now.
Amazing. Victoria, I have some questions for you as well. What has your experience been as a user of audio description and working in the audio description space? I read your amazing bio, and you seemed like a great lover of the arts. So I want to know what that experience has been like for you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I come from a history of storytelling, and with aunts and uncles, family members and neighbors, and as part of that background, of course we would listen to storytelling, but also there would be singing and dancing. It could be in the kitchen or in tiny living rooms, but that was done. And I knew intuitively, nobody had to tell us, it was sort of born into our DNA, that you never interrupted an elder, and that you never asked direct questions. You were to listen with your heart. And if there's something you didn't know, it would come to you later, or maybe somebody else would mention to you how they saw that story. In terms of my audio describe experience, it started with television that was audio described, and then it went to movies, which was amazing and so wonderful, because with the loss of vision, suddenly, season's tickets to particularly dance or ballet, or even to music, because there were times when they showed, they would play the music to a movie that was showing on a screen, and I wouldn't be able to see the movie, but they would. I could hear parts of it, but it needed more richness, and so, as my background, I'm as a person with vision loss, I was an auditory person anyway. There are people who do better at reading than at listening. And so I learned to listen, and listening was so important. Also, I have this imagination that's different than somebody who was blind from birth. My imagination can be very much like your own imagination, in that if you say something like a red tractor, I would know what a red tractor was, because at one point I would have seen it. And I do really well when I hear simple but very colorful words, and I appreciate the color of the audio describer and those simple words, but certainly not condescending, and that's not been my experience. In terms of an experience where I felt that the cultural sensitivity wasn't there, was just once, and it was a movie where there was lineage, persons of various lineages, and a number of them, and so they got names at the beginning, and they described, and some things about them were described, but that's the start. But throughout the movie, they would just mention their names, so I wouldn't know who was speaking because it was relating to somebody speaking. And so it became extremely frustrating, and I lost the thread of the story. And I was most disappointed that the audio describer didn't come back and say, "Oh, that was Cindy with the two ponytails," or just something. Just not every time, but every once in a while, just to remind me. Because when you have multiple characters, and you might describe something unique about them at the beginning, then it would be useful to come back to that just the odd time, and point something out about their diversity. And it may not necessarily be a cultural or a family related or skin tone, but it could be. It could also just be something that was unique about them, and that was the one experience I had. So. I'm not sure if that answers your question.
No, absolutely. I have another question for you. I know that you have had some experience learning about audio description, had training. What was that experience like for you?
That was a most excellent experience, very fulfilling. And I was able to step back and look at it in a overview way, and I broke it down into the technology, of course, the voice, and what was being described. And this was in theater, so I did have a pre-show talk and touch tour, which was very, very useful as well. And in terms of the experience, the modulation of the voice was soothing, and also the actual words used were evocative and triggered my imagination very well. The technology, I think that has to come forward a little bit more, because we have devices, and this has happened in movies. It's at least 1/3 of the time, whomever I go with, they have to go back and get another machine for me. So I imagine that there is technology that can be, that maybe they can use the cell phone, our cell phone, or download the audio describe onto our cell phone, and then give us, or we bring our own headphones or whatever. So it was more the technical side, and I do know this work is highly technical and it's very expensive. So my experience as a consultant, I gave feedback, so I didn't get any comment back, so it wasn't it either was what was acceptable or which is fine, it just was anyway, very useful experience. And I might come back a little bit around the circle here in terms of audio describers. And here with us, we have people with an Indigenous and different cultural backgrounds who are audio describers. However, from the Indigenous perspective, it would be just to have in mind this bit of education that Indigenous people are very diverse. There's just not one Indigenous person, profile. There are many, and just keeping that in mind, and also that it come from a tradition of storytelling. And so, if somehow when you're thinking about audio describe, that it could be when you're doing it, it could be, how can I enhance the storytelling? Because a story dictates a lot of what you're going to say, of course. But is there something that would also help bring this story more present and more real as you go along as a story? And then the third thing is about and was it Janice who mentioned the bundles? That was in the intro, and that's an excellent idea, just to explain it in the intro. But we come from an attitude where we are part of creation, not outside of it. And therefore, some of us see that an animal, for example, or a plant, or even the land and the water are relatives, and so it could be significant that there's an animal on in the screen or on the stage, and but it isn't really referenced. But just sort of keeping those ideas in mind as you're doing the audio describe. But everybody probably knows that already. So I may be repeating something you already know. We know a lot of this by intuition.
Thank you. Rebecca, you have been involved in training people to audio describe work. What is involved in that?
Well, I think there's a few things. So there's a familiarity that is really important to have with things like the technology and hearing that intro notes exists and what might go into them. And just from a really sort of basic starter level. And that can be done in a couple of weekends. So you can take there are a lot of these sort of weekend retreats, learn how to audio describe, and it kind of can go through some of the basics and the terminology and all of that. But I think that the real work is doing it. So, like Ilana was saying, you just got to get in there and do your best. And it's so I really believe in a sort of an apprenticeship period. There are also examples, not so much here, but in other places where to be sort of certified as a experienced audio describer and be able to work on bigger productions and stuff, you need about 3,000 hours of experience working on various different shows, because the diversity is also really important as well. So that all of that needs to kind of be taken into consideration. Audio describers are often, I think it's a really great fit for a performer or an actor, somebody who is comfortable doing something live, being in front of a mic, for example, who has also got the ability to be a storyteller, to hold up the story that is in, and to understand, and also to receive the story that is in the work. All of those things are really important. If you go through a process where you do sometimes tell stories, as a performer on stage or even a dancer, what have you, then you have this sort of understanding of the relationship and the structure of stories. And so that's really, I think, integral, because ultimately we want to be, as audio describers, we want to be serving the story. So there's some practical ways that you can kind of get started. And there are a lot of people that need to be involved in audio description. Certainly, there are people that help out with the technical side of things. There are consultants as well. So people with the lived experience who are of blindness or being partially sighted or being able to benefit from audio description, who can really help the process along. And then we also have there's often a second audio describer that comes in as a dramaturge. So we do a couple of practice rounds before we actually bring in an audience. Sometimes that is to clear up any technical issues that there might be, but also another person experiencing the draft version of the audio description and the show can help. Really, they have their own insights to offer. In addition, you may have, cultural consultants as well. Sometimes that's specific to, and it can be about ceremony, for example, or it can be about circus moves, or it can be, you kind of and this is why an apprenticeship process and having lots and lots of practice and just getting out there and doing it is really the way that, it's the path of the audio describer. So those are all things that are kind of involved. And in terms of where we are here, and at least I can speak for Toronto and Ontario, is still at a place where it certainly doesn't happen often enough. There are not enough people doing it, and so it's kind of a world of there's a lot of opportunity right now for us to make audio description to create the sort of status quo that's different from the kind of imported version that has been how things started out here. In terms of training and professionalizing it as a sort of a professional practice and something that's being offered in theaters and galleries, etc.
I mean, you spoke a little bit about it, but what are the differences that you observe with sort of general audio description and Indigenous-led audio description? Because I know you're a champion for Indigenous-led audio description for Indigenous work.
Yeah, well, I mean, not even Indigenous work. I just think any work. Like I guess here's the thing. I think that because we have this opportunity to sort of set the tone, and maybe I'll just mention, like, I, in 2019, attended a conference where I got to speak about audio description in Canada, in a way that was introducing people to the idea that not everything that happens in the States also happens in Canada, right? So that's sort of where we were coming from, where people were just assuming, and this was a European conference, that Canada was just some version of what was happening in the United States. So I kind of became relentless about, like, at the time, my first idea was, no, we have this Canadian accent of doing this. This is different in terms of, is it specific to being in a big city like Toronto, and using, really seeking people's pronouns, for example, and, and kind of going through a more robust practice of consulting with the people who are actually on stage and the people who are actually describing, or is it more than that? And I think people were coming to me to describe Indigenous works and Indigenous content and material. And while I can decenter a certain gaze, a white gaze, or a European gaze, I was more keenly aware of the types of storytelling that I can't necessarily embody because it's not in my culture. So I took and had some awareness of Indigenous filmmaking and Indigenous storytelling practice that I was curious about as a creator myself, and then working with cultural consultants on different materials that I was audio describing, and learning and being really relentless about trying to get it right, and learning about trap lines and deer knuckles, and just spending hours literally understanding what visuals I was seeing. It still wasn't even nearly enough to tell the story, because I don't come from that. I didn't experience that in a ceremony setting. So that made me, and I encourage anybody listening to be relentless about it. Like, we actually need to go further. And in the same practice of, I think for me as someone who's grown up on this land, but from a settler background, I think that's this whole work of we just understanding there are other ways of doing things, and we have to lean in. I need to lean into that more and understand other ways of being and knowing and seeing and doing. And that can't begin until, for me in this context, the conversation or the story is being told by someone with an Indigenous background relating to the specific. It's not enough just to have a cultural consultant. I will never be able to fill. It's not about filling gaps. It's about changing the whole shape of things.
This is a sort of a question for everybody. What do you think are the main barriers to making audio description more culturally relevant to Indigenous theater?
I can jump in. I think a large barrier, which might seem like an obvious answer, but it's ableism, because it actually is, it permeates a lot of decision making. And so I think there are, don't think it adds to their work. And so I think that because I think a lot of that comes from an ableist perspective, so I think that that's a big, I think that's a large barrier. I think, particularly, with elders and a lot of people from other generations, I think it's harder for folks to sort of accept that there are other ways of doing things, kind of leaping off what Rebecca was saying, like that there are other ways of looking at things. And so it's sometimes, I think, hard to convince people that this isn't that this isn't going to ruin, quote unquote, ruin their work, or quote unquote, ruin the aesthetic of it, so I think that's one of, I'm sure, others that other people can speak to.
I'll just hop in here. Speaking to decolonizing workspaces in general, from my experiences, it's something that takes time to learn and adapt. But things to avoid would be rigidity and power hoarding. Those, if we're softer and more open, there's room to grow.
Any final thoughts from anybody else, or I can move to another question?
I think one of the things that I have come across in conversation with Indigenous presenters of Indigenous work is the idea of the fact that audio description, it has this label of being for the blind and partially sighted. And what is blindness and partial sight in the community? And this is a whole that's a whole other thing. So what is audio description in how does it, what is its function in community? And I think what Yolanda's piece, My Sister's Rage, because it has an audio described version, it's like a kind of a really interesting, it could be a really interesting jumping point for those kinds of discussions to be had. But there's something in there for sure about those labels and connected to this, service. Is it a service? There's more discussion to be had there.
Okay, I will have another question. That there was some, terminology that was used throughout various answers. What are intro notes and what are touch tours if folks have never experienced those before? And is there like an example from a show or something that you've worked on that can sort of illustrate that?
So I just wanted to touch tours. Rebecca and I did a show in Welland, Ontario, a few months, maybe a year ago. Time moves quickly. But Rebecca, if you could speak to that, because I'm forgetting the name of the show. But we did have a touch tour, and one of our consultants came to experience that and give the creators some great feedback. So.
Yeah, sure. So the show is called Twist of Fate, and it's a circus art show, and this was actually an opportunity to really explore what a touch tour is. It was a variation of what is generally done. Essentially, it was a circus piece that was performed on an apparatus that like a trapeze could hang from, but it was about 2 stories high, and it was kind of like a kid's swing. So it had 2 A-frame sides, and then some different apparatuses could dangle from essentially like a hook or a contraption that was suspended 2 stories in the air in the center of this thing. And the entire piece was about the fact that the performer has scoliosis and has metal rods in her spine. And so she created a giant version of these metal rods. And then that became one of the apparatuses that was used in the piece. And this particular touch tour, because it was such a specific and very difficult to make accessible, like circus equipment. You can describe it, but it's still a challenge. It was created in miniature. They created 6 different miniature, what they called a touch set. And then the folks who were listening to the audio description also had the correct touch set placed in front of them during the show. So they could actually reach out and feel the different, because there was this metal spine, but then there was also a tire swing. There were various different elements. And so they were actually created and placed in miniature. So that's one element. That wasn't the actual device. It was a miniature of the set. But that was one super cool thing that happened recently.
I'll use the Company of Fools, who do Shakespeare performances in the summer in the parks. And what they did was they would have the props come around to a group of us so we could feel the props and have them described to us. And so in this Shakespeare story, I can tell you those swords are really heavy, but we could feel them. We could also get ideas on how some of the props are used. For example, with Macbeth, Lady Macbeth, with the blood on her hands because there was this murder. They had red gloves, and then they would pretend they were washing them in the basin, and then the gloves were taken off. But from a distance, people would just see red, like blood on her hands, and then the actual costumes were passed around, and we could feel the materials as well. The actors came and introduced themselves like she, her, and elle for French. And then there were 4, in this case, there were 5 actresses taking all the parts, including the male parts, acting out 40 characters. So they demonstrated to us the kind of accent they would use, and then they would tell us what prop they would put on quickly, or that they would change in order to portray that particular character in the play. And then, like you said, Rebecca, they had a little model of the stage and how it was staged at 4 levels, and also coming around was the kind of a rubberized piece of material that was put on the outside of the stage to give the impression that it was a castle, so we could feel that. And finally, they gave us some sticks, or sort of like peeled big twigs, and we were to hold, the people in the front row and along the 2 aisles were to hold that up as Birnam Woods at the end of the play of Macbeth. And so it was wonderful to have that talk, and then to have the touch tour, and then to understand the different voices of the characters. And I felt just so well informed. And even to have the review of the story, particularly Shakespeare, it's so good to review the sequences like that. So excellent type of pre-show talk and touch tour.
Lastly, before I hand it over, open it to the audience for questions, how can theaters and arts organizations better support audio description initiatives?
Just have a little suggestion here. Being invited to design presentations, it hasn't happened often in my career, but I think if we're, and the production companies that have facilitated these types of things have been Indigenous production companies like Lemon Tree. And so that's just off the top of my head, but they're more into the circle and the gathering and inclusion. So it would be great if every project from inception had that in mind. As we spoke about this, Yolanda, when we were on a panel at Wasagachek last year. Just from inception, have it in mind. So during creation, it's tailored for everybody. That's a utopian idea. So it would be nice.
Yeah, I agree. I think institutions especially need to be engaging more in outreach and relationality to different communities, and part of that being like accessible needs communities. I attended a week-long like a workshop called Blind Imaginings run by Alex Bulmer. And we learned all about touch tours and the notes and and we had these discussions about how to integrate the description into the script itself, or from inception, like what Janice is saying. And so I think like if institutions should be bringing these things to the table so that directors and writers don't have to, that they're the ones offering it, that they're the ones who are like, yeah, let's look at what we can do to get accessibility grants, or maybe they should be attending these workshops. Like I would love to see more artistic leaders leaning into what different communities have to offer so that they can actually build relationships with those communities.
I just want to sort of offer the idea of just start with one person. So, just start small, but start, so this idea of the touch tour, there are many cities that have like a doors open, or you're able to go backstage for a day or what have you. Just sort of the idea is you're inviting folks to come in. So with that, even just if you're starting from that, right? And, just start with whatever you can. Audio description is really important, but I think that you can bring blind and partially sighted folks into a space where they can participate more in your offerings by lots of little steps. So a touch tour is one. The idea of even just engaging with that community and making sure that your marketing material is also in text format, just really simple things. So you can start small. You can start with really basic, simple things. It doesn't have to be super micro targeted, but the idea of inclusion is many small actions that intersectionally can increase participation by lots of people. Yeah.
Any final thoughts from Victoria or Alana?
I think I've been quiet enough. So, like I said, I'm just soaking everything in. I think to your last question, just giving us more opportunities is important. I just wanted to mention regarding the touch tour, that was my very first experience doing a touch tour was at the Matatini, the biggest kapahaka Māori performing arts, and I remember not really knowing what a touch tour looks like, but I had a lot of taonga, a lot of Māori weaponry and music items and clothing that my family have all performed in that I brought along to this event, and I had laid it out on a table, and it was great to see how excited all the patrons and even the young folk who were there, and the partially sighted people, they really loved feeling some of these weapons and taonga because they'd never really touched it before, because it's always been in a museum or something like that. So it just helped a lot when it came to me first time referencing the live performances. They could easily say, okay, that's a Māori skirt, that's a piu-piu, and they got to feel it. And a lot of them were trying to pick up the instruments and use them. And so it's just a great, the way that I led the touch tours, we began with a waiata. I think that's like we heard Māori are the Indigenous are the original storytellers, and we all are naturally gifted singers, well, majority of us. So I think a part of our touch tours has always been incorporating waiata and singing together. It's not just what they explaining the props or whatever we have brought. It's a lot of whakawhanaungatanga is what we call connecting and sharing in whatever we are describing or the event. So I just wanted to add on to that last question. But yeah, like I said, I'm relatively new and I'm loving all the discussions and soaking it all in. But yeah.
Victoria, any final thoughts on what theaters and arts organizations can do?
I like the idea of the open door. One of the things also, just bringing it back to something Rebecca mentioned, is maybe it's limiting to say, audio described for people with vision loss, and because they're, like you mentioned, Rebecca, there's a bigger audience here. So I think maybe some research into who that audience could be. In Ontario, for example, coming back to vision loss, there are 600,000 people in Ontario registered with the Canadian National Institute for the Blind. That's a lot of people. And with the aging population, I think that's going to increase. And with the Indigenous population, where we have a higher risk of diabetes, that's linked to vision loss too. And so it could be open to a broader audience when these institutions are considering engaging in audio describe. And like I said, I know it's very technical and it's very expensive too. So some of the barriers are, can you put in a proposal and successfully get money for this kind of work? So I think some research on that subject.
Going off of that, we have a question from the audience about that funding. How does funding affect the ability to have multiple audio describers and consultants? And what are the priorities when budgets are limited?
I think that this sort of comes back to something I was saying earlier about like aesthetic over accessibility. But I think, I think that I don't know. I think that there are more institutions now that are engaging in accessibility requirements, but there's not enough. I think that they're missing that budget line. It's not taking a priority for a lot of institutions right now. And I think that that's something, and we know that like right now, it's a really hard time for arts orgs, right? Like the funding is really low. Not many institutions or like independent producers are getting very much funding right now. So it's a tough time. But I do not think that needs to take away from the incredible importance of accessibility within theater. And so I think that there are lots of institutions that do need to do some of the work to prioritize that in their budgets and prioritize that for the grants that they're applying for, because there are specific grants that are geared specifically towards this type of work. And like I said, there are more people doing it, but again, I think it needs to take more of a priority. It is often left to the last minute or often left to the end. And like, I've been guilty of that too, when there's not enough people working. So I think it's just something that needs to stay on the forefront of people's minds when creating work.
We'll have
Sorry.
Oh, Janice, you can go.
Sorry. Just speaking to getting that funding, in my own experience, writing grants, looking at the Accessibility Fund, in Ontario, I'll leave it really small. If someone in the show had a disability, there is accessibility money for that. But if you wanted something outsourced, like say you wanted an audio described night and you were looking for funding there through the OAC, Ontario Arts Council, that avenue is not there. So that's a huge barrier that needs to find a bridge to fill that gap.
Yeah, I'll just say one thing, which is I think we need to be more inclusive as storytellers or as our institutions and have folks with disabilities that are part of the work and part of the team. And in fact, there are ways to get funding where it's like, for example, if you have somebody who is in a show who's deaf, who requires ASL interpretation, you can ask for audio description as well. That gets provided to the audience. Like there's that can be part of the same funding package. It's just that the whole package is not that much money. So there's that. But I think it's also, I think, jumping off what Yolanda was talking about, it is not something like folks who are saying, well, we're just not focusing on that right now. Like, I think we got to be past that. We've got to be past that.
Thank you. I have a question for Alana from Angela. She says, really interested to hear about international audio description work since it's still quite recent since performing arts organizations have been working with audio description. I remember there was a moment here where we needed more folks trained in audio description. So I'm curious about training and education in other places. Are there more Maori audio describers working now? And are there more training programs for Maori audio describers? And is it still hard to access audio description education and training?
Last year, I was invited along maybe 20 plus other audio describers who are in training. And it's the first time. It was over a weekend, 2-day event. And we were, for the first time, a lot of us had never been around many blind people, if I'm honest, and I'm one of them. So, our understanding of what audio description was going to be like, we quickly learned it's not like that. We were here thinking maybe it's a charitable thing, we're just helping, but we quickly learned that actually it's totally not like that. And at our training, the blind and we were part of we had a lot of, we went to the blind school called Blends in New Zealand, and they actually led the whole thing from the very beginning of our pōwhiri, which is where we all get together, and it's kind of like the very beginning of any meeting is we perform a pōwhiri, which is like a formal greeting, where people get to know each other. So the blind actually led everything, and it was just great for me to see, I guess, more into their world. That just like us, they have personalities. They have they're very strong individuals, and we're just part of. I just giving them another route, I guess, to connect them to their cultures, and so there was over 20 of us in this room, and a lot of the people, I was starstruck because there are a lot of people I watch on television here in New Zealand, a lot of famous people that were there and who come from performing backgrounds, and so, and like we heard earlier, that's kind of a natural path for a lot of these actors is to get into audio description. So the training there pretty intense for me. We had great helpers, though, great mentors. Another mentor called Kevin, who was very kind and very patient with us learning. And we had a lot of examples and videos like we saw earlier. And it was the very first time I actually heard different examples of audio description. And we actually had put on the spot, got given a mic, and we got given a video and a small script, and we had to, on the spot, create some a quick audio description for that video. So that's kind of like part of our training that day. But I think from that, there's quite a lot of Māori audio describers, and I actually think they would have been a lot better being on here, but I'm thankful anyway for the opportunity to be here. But there's a lot of people who I look up to, and I think that's the challenging part for for me as Maori is that to me it holds a lot of weight being an audio describer for Māori kaupapa, Māori events, because I don't want to get it wrong, So I think that may be a barrier or challenge for some future audio describers is that, we have to know the language, and I would say my language is quite intermediate compared to people who I look up to. So there's a lot of those pressures that I carry personally whenever I go into this type of industry, is that I need to make sure it's correct and that I know what I'm talking about and that everything I'm saying is true. So there are a lot of there are a lot of Māori describers, and that's what I love about being a consultant on these shows and events, is that I get to learn from them and watch and the different styles that they bring. There's also Pacific Islanders who are hilarious. They have their own way and style of describing. But I think for me, who's still on my training wheels, I think there are more events that have come up recently, and where for the very first time, I think it was earlier this year, I audio described in full Te Reo Māori. So my own language. I'd never done that before. And it actually seemed a lot easier to do, to be honest. So it was great to have that running alongside the English audio description. We gave the opportunity for the patrons to pick and choose which earpiece they wanted to, which person they wanted to listen into. So I think Audio Describe Aotearoa is giving so many opportunities to Māori and Pacific people. But I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, absolutely. We have, I guess, from that point, someone's asking, where in Aotearoa do you work? All over the place?
Majority of our mahi or work is here in Auckland, New Zealand, but we have traveled down to Hamilton, maybe an hour away from us, from Auckland here to the Waikato Museum to describe New Zealand crochet artist who created a wharenui, a meeting house, fully crocheted wharenui, and they've also recently, which I've described for them, a wakahaurua, which is a double-hulled waka, a voyaging waka you see on Moana. So there's been so many great exhibitions and art galleries that I've been a part of, and it's been a joy to give back to Te Ao Māori, to represent Te Ao Māori, and I don't feel I want to be careful how I say this, but it's a real huge honor for me to represent Te Ao Māori, and even being here and discussing with everyone. So I hold a lot of weight on me when it comes to describing, and when it comes to any Māori event, I have to make sure I've done my research.
Fran has a great question that sort of speaks to that. How pivotal is it that you have Indigenous-led work be described by Indigenous describers? For example, if there is no describer with the right cultural competency available, would another describer be an acceptable substitute, or would no audio description be offered for that work?
I'll jump in. Whenever I'm working with consultants and even designers, often I want to try to find Indigenous folks first. It is a priority. There are, I think, it's tricky sometimes with certain fields. There's less Indigenous people in those fields. And so, if Janice is busy or Rebecca's busy, or these people are, if the handful of folks that are here are busy, sometimes you have to pivot. And I think there is something to say about intersections of identities that provide a certain lens that often like white settler identities do not. And so I think that a priority for me is often working with racialized folks or femmes. I like to work with women, femmes, queer folks. Like I try to bring in people on a team that have very similar values in terms of how we view the work, and how to view the process of putting a show together in a way that is for me, what I view as more Anishinaabe specific or indigenous, than like a settler colonial way of doing theater. I think we've sort of talked about this before about how I feel like the similarities between like various indigenous practices, and I don't want to pan-indigenize, I can only speak from an Anishinaabe perspective, but like from indigenous practices and Anishinaabe practices and like accessibility practices are so similar, so in line in a lot of ways, in terms of how we care for each other, in terms of how we work with each other, how we're in relation to each other, and bringing in value systems. And I think that all of those things sort of make up the decisions that all of those aspects of a person make up the decisions on how I'm going to work with somebody or who I choose to work with. And that's from like audio description to like production management to stage managers to, like I try to be very specific about the type of person I want to work with, first and foremost, because I mean, somebody could be really great at their job, but if they're not kind, if they're not compassionate, if they're not generous, or if they're not working from a place of accessibility and a place that is if they're aligned with colonial values, then I don't want to work with them. And I don't think that it's safe to put anybody else in that space either. So yeah.
I would just want to offer that there's also, like, in this day and age with technology and Zoom being what it is, if it's possible for you to have a recording, if it's a dance piece or something like that, even if it's in rehearsal, you can look beyond your physical, location as well, to find a consultant, somebody who would be able to speak to the material. And I've had circumstances where I've basically been put in touch with somebody who has some knowledge of, like, for example, a dance piece or a style of dance, and just help me to understand that a certain movement wasn't somebody flapping their arms like a bird, but rather that it was a winged creature, which is a completely different thing. And so that person that I talked to was not an audio describer, but I mean, it was, their input was transformative. So I just kind of let them talk and tell me what they saw. And, that was, it transformed what I was able to sort of offer as a non-Indigenous audio describer.
We have a comment from, Rebecca. I've encountered friction where the leaders of various community events by our local tribes have not been open to having accessibility, audio description, interpreting, captioning, etc. They said it would interrupt the spiritual component of the event, even though it was requested by blind tribal members. Do you have any recommendations for how to help encourage an attitude shift to where inclusion is prioritized?
It's a great question, and I think it's a tricky one to navigate. I think in a lot of our communities, we are seeing sort of like a desperate cling to ways that I don't feel are actually traditional, but that are that have been infused with colonialism. And so and this is just not just with this, there's a lot of other aspects that we're seeing, a lot of like things about skirt shaming. There's a lot of like what they're calling traditionalist views from our elders, that it can be tricky. It's the same way that we work with, like, sometimes Two-Spirit people aren't welcome at powwows, like that or non-binary people are not welcome at powwows because it can often be very gendered. So in a lot of those ways, we're working with these sort of old fashioned colonially mixed views that many of our elders are hanging on to. And I think that there's something to say about being patient with our elders as much as possible. They've gone through a lot, and when we want to make sure that they also felt seen and heard. I think maybe a suggestion would be is how, what are the things that those people need that we can show them? We're also making it accessible for them too. That just because something is added to it, it's not taking away from the spirituality or the ceremonial aspect of it. In fact, more speaking, is more praying, is more singing, is more healing. So I think maybe saying, trying to work with them themselves and saying, well, what do you need? What do you need to make this easier for you, more comfortable for you? And you can see then how we are working with everyone to make sure everyone is included in this. I think it's, again, our spirit creator, like, wants to hear from everybody and wants everybody to hear them. Like, I think that we have to encourage our elders to stay open as much as possible. And it's a hard one because we're coming up against traumas and barriers and all kinds of things. So it's a little bit of a double one to hold, because we do have to have patience. And also at the same time, we have to be like, well, no, like, accessibility does not equal interruption. It actually adds to it. But yeah, it's a great question. And I don't even know if I fully answered it, but it's part of a suggestion I could say.
One final question, as we're at about time. For the folks that do audio description, when you're doing audio description for Indigenous work, what percentage of the audience is Indigenous versus non-Indigenous, or sort of culturally specific to the topic of the work? And how does that change how you describe the work, or does it?
I could speak to my own experiences with the shows that I've done over the years. It's a very small percentage, and the people experiencing the audio description in what I've done have not been Indigenous. So there's been many opportunities for learning language and bridging gaps in understanding culture, which have been wonderful. Just speaking to a show I did last year called Canoe, which was opera in Cree and English. It was Anishinaabe and English. But there were words, I understand some Ojibwe, not necessarily Anishinaabe. So I was able to speak with the creators of the show and get some clarifications and some translations and learn along the way. And then at intermission, because I didn't really have time in the intro notes to go through everything, but at intermission, I got to speak with our listeners and do some translations so they would understand the songs. And then in the second half, after intermission, they were singing along in Anishinaabe, talking about magical canoe in the sky. So it's been good.
Alana, from your experience, is there a difference in how you audio describe for different communities, or sort of percentage of Maori folks versus non?
Yeah, so the events that I have done, majority of them are non-Māori, but because they're in New Zealand, they want to learn about the culture. So it's just about connecting them to the Māori worldview. And I think there aren't many Māori listeners, but yeah, like I said, there's always been great feedback. They've always been interested. They've never really experienced the culture before. So at times when we had the running audio of English and Te Reo Māori, sometimes I'm talking to myself, but that's fine. I realized earlier that I'm a part of the opportunity I've been given is we're a part of the building blocks of this. And so I realized there's no one I can follow after. There's no other examples. And that was a part of my conversations I had with our founders is that she reminded me, you're it. And who else will do it? And I had to think about that. Who will bring Te Ao Māori to those who are wanting to be a part of it. So there is a few more Māori that I kind of already know who are the reo speaking Māori audio blind patrons. I already know who they are. So they love listening in to our descriptions. But there's also people, majority who are not Māori or do not understand the language. So I do simplify it. And the great thing is that I have 3 young children who are all learning Te Reo Māori. So, it's been a great training, I guess, tool for me to just be able to simplify and speak to the audience the same way I speak to my children, and so, they're with their basic knowledge of Te Reo Māori and their colourful way of thinking. It's been great training for me in regards to my work and audio description. But I think it's growing. I think we're having more opportunities. There's a lot of other Māori describers. And like I said, Audio Described Aotearoa is just giving us so many opportunities to pave the way and learn and grow this industry. So, it's been great.
Thank you, all of you, for all of your knowledge and experience and giving some of your time to us and everybody here. So again, I'd like to thank Rebecca, Yolanda, Janice, Alana, and Victoria. I hope this conversation sort of keeps going and we delve deeper into other parts of it. But thank you guys so much, and much to our audiences, and hope you all have a good evening or good morning, depending on where you are in the world.